Good evening. Welcome to Tuesday Talks with Trish. I am also a member of Roanoke City Council, and I wanted to talk to you this evening just a little bit about public safety and Roanoke City policing. First of all, I want to say we've had a really good turnout with positive, peaceful protest. There have been almost 10 in the last couple weeks, and I really appreciate the support for Black Lives Matter. Black lives actually matter, and to get that point across via protest, via strategies or organizing, whatever it is that we're doing, I really appreciate it, because I know that we enjoy the freedoms and the liberties that we currently enjoy right now because of protests. So I just wanted to say thanks to all of the folks that came out for the prayer vigils and for the peaceful protests. They've been really positive, and it created some really positive energy in the community, and I am really grateful for that. I also want to acknowledge that there were some confrontations between protesters and between the police officers, and I am actually going to be meeting with some other city officials on Thursday to discuss some of those incidents and find out what happened, and make sure that we can come up with some positive resolutions to those incidents and to address them, because I certainly want to make sure that they are addressed, because they are really concerning to me and as well as to other residents. So I did want to mention that. Second, I want to emphasize the good work that the Roanoke police have been doing for years, and to acknowledge the fact that yes, no one is perfect, no department is perfect, and we still have a lot of room for improvement, and I'm certainly receptive to that. I'm working with a lot of different people, citizens, and also city officials to make sure that our police department is the best police department that it can possibly be. I've also received questions about Roanoke City having a police review board. Well, the answer to that is yes. There are two boards overseeing the police department. All complaints begin with the Professional Standards Unit, the PSU, and this unit investigates citizens' complaints and conducts internal investigations. And once this information is gathered, if the complaint is found to be valid, it is then referred to the Roanoke City Disciplinary Review Board. And the review board reviews the incident or complaint and determines whether the officer performed according to the rules and regulations of this department. Their recommendation then goes to the chief of police for final decision and action. So yes, we do have a disciplinary review board, which has been in place for over a decade. And members of this board go through the Roanoke Citizens Police Academy, so they are familiar with the policies and procedures. And let me just say a little bit about the Citizens Police Academy. This academy runs twice per year, meeting one night per week from 6 to 9 p.m. for 12 weeks at absolutely no cost to the participants. Topics will include crime prevention. You can even ride along with the police, riot control, drug investigations, traffic and DUIs, among other relevant topics. I mean, there's so many, I really didn't want to take time to list them all, but there's probably over 15 or more topics. The only caveat is that you must be 21 years or older. And anyone who lives in the city of Roanoke or works in the city of Roanoke is able to apply for the academy and the review board. Either one, if you're interested in either one, you're welcome to apply for either one. And if you have a complaint or a compliment, so let's make sure we understand. Certainly you have a complaint, but there may be some compliments or some commendations that you want to make for an officer that did an outstanding job. Then you use the same method that you would use for the officer that you want to file a complaint against. So there's going to be a link attached to this, and you can follow that link. So there are certainly ways that you can get involved. And there have been other requests. I've gotten a couple emails and text messages asking about the 8 Can't Wait. And if you watched the town hall that was recently done by President Obama, he talked about that, and hopefully most of you watched it. We enjoy watching President Obama at any time. He's so intelligent and he's so caring that, if he has something to say, it's certainly worth listening to. But he talked about the 8 can't wait, and I am pleased to say that we have incorporated the 8 can't wait in our city operational manual for some time now. This has been for years now that has been incorporated, and I will go through the 8 initiatives and tell you where that is located in the operational directive for the police officers. Number 1, the first one is require de-escalation. That is the operational directive 2.122. Use of force continuum. That's how much force is needed for a particular circumstance, and that is going to be found at 2.122. Ban on chokeholds and strangleholds. Yes, we've had to ban that. Why that would even be considered an option for detaining someone is far beyond me, but yes, that is banned in our police operational directives, and that can be found at 1.2.1. Requiring warning before shooting, 2.122. Restrict shooting at moving vehicles, 2.122. Require exhausting all other means before shooting, 2.122. Duty of other officers to intervene, 2.122. Require comprehensive reporting of use or threat of use of force, 2.122A. So all of the 8 can't wait are incorporated in our operational directives. So I am proud of the work that Roanoke City has done to keep all of its citizens safe, and there are certainly ways for us to keep improving and growing. As I mentioned earlier, there's nothing perfect about any system, and we certainly need to work and improve on what we already have in our public safety department, including policing initiative and community policing, which is something that has been in place for some time. Community policing, we have the DARE program, the COPE program. All of those programs are community policing. So let's please continue this dialogue. And if you have a question that I did not answer, drop it in the comment section, and if I can answer it, I will. If I cannot, I will certainly find someone that can. But I just wanted to let you know that I care about our public safety, and I will do everything that I can to make sure that we live in a safe and thriving community. And that's it for tonight. I will see you next week on our Tuesday Talks with Trish. I appreciate your support, and have a good evening.